In the Southeast marginalization now, Ohanaeze tells Tinubu demands Nnamdi Kanu's release. The Apis Igbo cultural group of Igbos, Ohanaeze Igbo, has stated that the marginalization of the Southeast geopolitical zone is real and called on President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to end it forthwith. This was contained in a statement on Thursday by the President General Chief Emmanuel Iwenyanwu, who said it was in the interest of the zone to assist President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration to succeed. According to Iwenyanwu, any failure by Mr. President would be a calamity to Igbos, who have made huge investments in many places in the country. The Ohanaeze President General argued that the zone also expected the federal government to reciprocate its gesture by attending to some of the problems affecting the Southeast. Chief Iwenyanwu also noted that the Southeast did not begrudge the victory of President Tinubu at the 2023 presidential election, arguing that when many parts of Nigeria were going on demonstration, Southeast did not join. The Igbo leader thanked Tinubu for appointing Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, the Chief of Naval Staff, and the Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Omaye. He also highlighted the victorious areas the Southeast was, the various, please pardon me. He also highlighted the various areas the Southeast was marginalized, going on President Tinubu to with immediate effect end the marginalization. Sometime in 2023, I reported a high level of marginalization of Igbos to this forum of the Southern and Middle Belt leaders. This marginalization is very clear from the following point. The Southeast is the only geopolitical zone in Nigeria that got only 5 states, whereas all other zones have between 6 and 7 states. 48 ministers were appointed by Mr. President. By law of federal character, the Southeast should have 8 ministers, but we have only 5 ministers, while some other zones have up to 10. All the efforts to develop railway infrastructure in Nigeria, nothing was done in the Southeast. In spite of the fact that our people are traders who travel a lot, Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated for many years, and every effort to plead his release met with failure, while many other Nigerians arrested and accused of similar offense have been all released. According to the Federal Character Commission, the presidency is zoned to rotate north and south instead of rotating through 6 geopolitical zones. This made it impossible for the Southeast to produce a president when 2 large zones come together to deny Southeast the opportunity. The presidency was zoned to the south, the southern and the middle belt deliberated and resolved to zone it to the Southeast. In their own opinion, justice demanded that it should be zoned to the Southeast. They thereafter zoned it to the Southeast. Later on, Southwest candidate emerged in APC, being the political party in power. The Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum resolved to support an Igbo candidate. This is how the support for Peter Obi came up. From the result of the election, Mr. Peter Obi won clearly in Lagos, Delta, Abuja, and many other places, including the Middle Belt. I must confess that the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum has nothing against Mr. President, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They were convinced, in all honesty, that it was the turn of the Southeast to produce the president. When the result was announced, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu was declared winner. The Southeast candidate went to court to seek redress. However, as the Supreme Court of Nigeria affirmed Mr. President's victory, as law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law, we congratulated His Excellency, Mr. President, and promised to give him every support he requires to rebuild Nigeria for good. It might interest everyone who cares to look that we have manifested this in practical terms. For example, when many parts of Nigeria were going on demonstration, the Southeast was approached to join, but as a leader of Southeast, I made a proclamation telling my people not to join, and they hearkened to my voice and never joined the protest. We in the Southeast have made substantial investment in many parts of the country, and it is in our interest to assist Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to succeed. Any failure by Mr. President will be a calamity to Igbos who have made huge investments in many places in the country. We sincerely expect the government to reciprocate this gesture by attending to some of our problems. I had at one of our meetings of Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum brought up the problems of obvious marginalization of my people by the federal government, and the forum expressed their sympathy to the Igbos. I remember vividly a communique was issued at one these meetings calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, whose continued detention is causing problems in the Southeast. After the 2023 general election, we experienced the worst situation, which after P2B won in Lagos, Abuja, and some other states, a group of people held a meeting and boasted that they will cripple Igbos and make sure they don't succeed in business and politics. The activities of this group were glaringly obvious in Lagos, where after Mr. Peter Obi's victory in Lagos State, every effort was made to stop Igbos from voting. At times, violence was used to stop them. Igbos were abused and threatened to leave Lagos. Some markets in Lagos State dominated by Igbos were either closed down or demolished. I had a meeting with the leadership of Lagos State. I am happy the matter had slowed down. An Igbo man, Ohanaeze Nwanjagul, who was arrested in Lagos State for no justifiable reason, is still in detention in Lagos. His only offense was the statement he made, which, if some statement was made by persons of other tribes, would not be taken seriously. We expect Mr. President to look into this matter in order to forestall future occurrences. We also woke up one morning in Abuja to hear that a sprawling estate owned by an Igbo man, Prince Nicholas Ukwachuku, has been totally demolished. This matter had been reported to me. I requested all relevant information regarding the demolition. From my findings, due processes of law was not taken before this demolition. We also appeal to Mr. President to investigate this case of demolition of Prince Nicholas Estate in Abuja. So guys, what's your take on this? Abeg, make we hear from you. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section.